but we have the Bahamas, Nassau, and Freeport. They got BSD. That's what their money's considered, but it's equivalent to a U.S. dollar. It's 1-to-1. So it makes this very, very simple. So the annual income in the Bahamas is $46,700. Monthly comes out to $3,892, and then you have the commissions there. Now, by the way, the commissions are just hypothetical. It could be any number. Okay, so I don't want to emphasize, because I got to watch what I say. People think, well, that's what we're getting. I don't know. I believe we will be paid unbelievably generously. Okay, let's put it that way. I think we'll do very well. We know that already. But I just wanted to show that different areas like the Bahamas, right? You can look at that and say, well, I'm making $3,892 a month, or $3,167, or $3,120 in Freeport, and say, if I could make 50% of that a month, 50% more, which would be $1,500, $1,600, that would be, what a blessing that would be for most people, right? Because getting a 50% increase in what you're bringing home is mind-blowing. And we're going to, and let me explain this again. Here's the cool thing about the company that we're in. We're not going to have one product. We're not going to have two. We're not going to have three. We're going to have many. And we're going to be in many sectors, from video conferencing to page building. We're going to be into education, which is huge. Education's such a big deal for Mr. Mufar, always has been. I love the idea of getting involved in education, online e-learning, because my grandchildren, thank God, are very, very smart kids. But schooling's a mess. And I'm not blaming the teachers, but schooling's a mess. So many people send their kids to go there as babysitters, and they're not. They're there to educate our children. But I think if we can get better education around the world, where anybody, not because of where you live or where you're born, can get a really, really good education. I think we're working towards that. So that'll be fantastic. Anyway, here's what I want you to look at. To match these salaries, or at least get 50%, is a killer. And I love the idea that we can at least look at it. You could come back and say, okay, I live in the Bahamas. Here's what I'm making. And every time you get a commission at whatever value, whether it's a $100 product and you get 25%, or a $50 product and you get 25%. And the other beauty of this, let's remember one thing very important. If you have 50 customers and they're buying product A, whatever that is, and they love it. And remember, the products are in high demand. These aren't made up stuff. These aren't stuff that we got to convince people they need it. It's in high demand now. So, but imagine you have 50 customers, or 60 or 100, doesn't matter, and new products come out. Some of these customers are going to buy or purchase more than one product. Mind-blowing. And all of these products will be, there'll be some kind of subscription, whether it's monthly, every 3 months, every 4 months, once a year. Every time they pay for it and they're in your business, you get a commission. And you can work towards something. And I believe this, whatever the numbers are or whatever we make, I believe this 100%. There's nothing, absolutely nothing out there that's going to give you this opportunity. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a guru or you're not a guru, or you're one of the 97, 98% that just get used and abused. This is the biggest and the best possibility for you on the planet. I believe that. I have 20 years experience. I did learn how to drive targeted traffic, believe it or not. But the downfall was I couldn't bring anybody with me. It feels so much better to be able to chat with people and know that they can build and they can increase their income no matter how fast it is. It's a heck of a lot faster than waiting for a raise every year. Most of us work 40 years, and then when we retire, we don't have enough to live. And then you get Social Security or whatever you get, if some of you do, you're expected to live on less than what you always made. Anyway, so Bahamas, this is what it is. I think the possibilities are amazing. And like I said, I have a lot of friends and family in Bahamas, and you can look at all the different stuff. This is a description that I'm going to use in my YouTube channel. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for being here. I'll do another country. I'll try to do a country every day. I'm here every day. It's me, myself, and Chris Johnson, 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, love y'all, and just think about this. This is something you can grab this if you live in this country and say, all right, I'm going to chop away. And maybe your goal is to match that salary right there. Maybe your goal is to match that. Imagine getting double income. Maybe your the first goal is to make 10% of that. You know, a year. Or here, $3,800. Maybe your goal is to make 10%, $390. Right? 20%. $390, $800 a month. Close to it. So anyway, that's what we have to look at, work with, work for. That helps you set up little goals. Anyway, thank you very much.